everyone. I have attempted to make this video so many times, but I'm not sure what's happening. I'm gonna try again. So this video is about my rapture confirmation to Brother Joshua's encounter with the Lord. Brother Joshua said that Jesus came to him and said that he is coming for the church on September 23rd, September 24th, 2025. I watched the video and I felt like he was speaking the truth. So I went to the Lord and I asked the Lord for confirmations. And so far I have received 7 confirmations and in dreams. And I also received other confirmations like when I'm driving and, a lot other confirmations not pertaining to dreams, but a lot more confirmations. So this video is to talk about the dreams that I had after I asked the Lord for confirmations. So the first dream I'm going to talk about is in this dream, I had a dream that there's a new store that's like a wholesale store like Costco is, and they sold like fresh produce. So I asked my husband that we should go to the store and get some fresh produce so that it will last longer. So my husband told me to get the address. I got the address. The address was 26 Harvest Way. I typed it in my phone. The address didn't have a beginning and an end. It was like this. The address was like an oval shape on the map, which was weird because usually a map will have like a straight or whatever line, it has a beginning and the end, but this address did not have a beginning and the end. And so I told my husband that forget about the map. I think I know the way and I'll take us there. So in the dream, I remember driving us to the place, and this place was by the airport. So when we got there, my husband asked me how I knew this place. I was like, I don't know. It looked like I've been there before and it was familiar. So we went to the store. The name of the store was super long. I could not see it. So I got my glasses. I put my glasses on to look at the store's name. And the name of the store was 1 John 5 and 5. And then I woke up from the dream. So when I woke up from the dream, it didn't even occur to me to read 1 John 5:5 till later. So I read the 1 John 5:5, and it talks about how it says, who is he who overcomes the world? But he who believes that Jesus is the Son of God. And so basically it's talking about if you believe that Jesus is the Son of God, you will overcome the world. And so to me, it was a form of rapture. Also, not a form of rapture that, you're overcomer. And I believe that overcomers will all make it in the rapture. But then it's the address that was profound to me, because the address was 26 Harvest Way. And harvest is like, harvest is the rapture. But then I didn't know what the 26 meant. So I went to the store in real life. Like I woke up from this dream. I was going to the store, coming back home. I heard in my spirit to check out 26 in gematria. So I typed it in Google, and 26 happened to be Yahweh in Greek, in Hebrew gematria, I think. And so when I saw that, I was like, oh my goodness. So Yahweh Harvest Way. So I went back to the Lord and I said, I get the dream. It's amazing. Thank you. But I would like for you to confirm it. Like, give me a date, the date that Brother Joshua is speaking of, and please confirm this to me. So I had another dream. And in this dream, my son had woken up from his sleep, and I guess he was having a dream. So he ran downstairs and he was asking me, Mommy, what is Rosh Hashanah? So I was explaining to him that Rosh Hashanah is the Feast of Trumpet. And the Feast of Trumpet is also called No Man Knows the Day or the Hour. And then I was explaining this to him, and I was telling him that Jesus is coming back for us on the Feast of Trumpet. In this dream, it looked like I was very knowledgeable on what I was talking about. And I was telling him that Jesus is coming back for us on the Feast of Trumpet. So my husband was walking by, and my husband was like, I'm not too like good with the dates part. And I was so I was getting frustrated with him, explaining to him that Jesus Christ, I was explaining to him that the Feast of Trumpet also means no man knows the day or the hour. So you can't come back. Basically, I was saying, like, you can't say that because this is what it means. Just like in America, we could say gobble, gobble, and everybody in America will know that we're talking about Thanksgiving. Jesus was talking to the Jewish people, and they knew exactly what he meant. He meant, but we don't know this. but that's what Google is there for. Basically, I was explaining all this stuff in my dream, and I woke up, and then I went back to the Lord, and I was thanking God that he didn't have to show me, but he did. But yet I knew that it was, Feast of Trumpet does not answer the question that if he's coming this year, September 23rd, September 24th, 2025, because it could be another Feast of Trumpet, next year, 2 years from now. So I went back to the Lord. I said, I am so grateful for what you're showing me, but I want to know if indeed you're coming back this year, 2025, September 23rd, September 24th. So then I had another dream, and in this dream, I woke up saying Yom Teruah, Yom Teruah, Yom Teruah. I don't know, I don't remember the dream, but I guess in the dream I was saying that, and I woke up and I was still saying that. So I got up real quick, I typed it in Google what Yom Teruah meant, and I found out that Yom Teruah is also another name for the Feast of Trumpet. So at this time, my mind is blown. I am so excited. I'm like, okay, God, you're telling me something. And I love that. Now I know all the names for the Feast of Trumpets. It's amazing. But I would like to know really if it's this year. The Lord gave me another dream. And in this dream, I was standing outside and in real life, I had planned that I was going to take my kids to Punta Cana. But then I was planning, and I was like, oh, wait, I have to buy a plane ticket. I have to do this, do that. And then I caught myself real quick, and I said, why am I doing all this planning? Jesus is coming back for us on September 23rd, 2025. Now, this is a dream that I actually said September 23rd, 2025. So when I woke up, I was mind blown. My mind was blown. I was so happy. I was so excited. And then I told my daughter, I told my family about it. And, my daughter was so excited too. And she also had a dream. And in the dream, she was saying that Jesus is coming back September 23rd. And she was kind of like going back and forth with my husband, because my husband does not like to hear the date. And, that was my daughter's dream. So that was that. And then I had another dream after that. In this dream, it was September 22nd, midnight. It was like September 22nd going into September 23rd. Like almost like midnight was coming up. And I remember feeling very guilty that I was like, I was not able to tell a lot of people because, this is urgent. If Jesus is really coming, people needed to know so that they would have gotten ready. So I was feeling guilty that I didn't tell a lot of people. So then I was like, what can I do right this last minute to let people know something, So I grabbed my phone, and I remember making a Facebook post. And in this post, I typed in, no matter what you do, do not take the mark of the beast. I was very it's kind of like urgent. So I was like typing it in real fast. And I remember making mistakes, and I'll delete it and I'll type it in because it's kind of like I was rushing to get the message out there. So I said, no matter what you do, do not take the mark of the beast, because God has a plan for you. And then I threw my phone away, and I ran into an open field. The field was super green. And when I got there were believers that I knew that these were the bride of Christ that were waiting also. And then it was almost getting to midday, and I started seeing my hands getting light, my feet getting light. But then some people on the field started to doubt. So when they were doubting, I got up and I was like, Jesus is coming back for us today. Remember, we have the 23rd and the 24th, 2025. This day is not even over yet. Why are you doubting? Do not doubt. Jesus is coming back for us today. And then I woke up from that dream. So when I got up from that dream, I was I was excited. I wanted to make a video, but every time I tried to make a video, it felt like it wasn't time. And I felt like the Lord was going to give me more. So I wanted to wait and get all of it out. I wanted the Lord to show me everything he wanted to show me before I make this video, right? So then again, indeed, he showed me another dream. And in this dream, the moon was like right there to my face. And then I seen that it was like a bright moon, but then it was starting to, I think, wane because there was a little shadow. I guess when the moon is in between I don't know, but there was like some kind of shadow on the side of the moon. When it's about to be a new moon, the earth casts a shadow, or the sun casts a shadow over the moon, and then we can't see it. Basically, it was getting to that part because it was already a full moon and it was about to be a new moon. So it was either waxing or waning. And then I heard that when the shadow covers their entire moon, I will come back for you. And so when I got up, I was trying to see what time the new moon is. And I guess, when in Rosh Hashanah or in the Feast of Trumpets, they have to spot the new moon before they blow the trumpet. And so I believe the Lord was, again, emphasizing that he is coming back Rosh Hashanah. And so that was the dream, my 6th dream now. Yeah. And then just 2 nights ago, when the date, today's the 13th, on 9/11, right, September 11th, I had the last dream. I believe it was the last dream because of how the dream was. In this dream, my whole family and a couple of friends and my loved ones were all around me. And I was on my knees pleading with them. I was crying. I was begging them. And I was telling them that Jesus Christ is coming back for us on Tuesday, September 23rd. And I was begging with them that they need to, if anybody has bitterness in them, if anybody has unforgiveness, if anybody has any kind of sin that they need to let go, they should repent and let the Lord help them so that they can make it in the rapture. And I was telling them that all of you guys are here, and I'm telling you this so there's no excuse for you not to make the rapture. We all have to make it. We all have to be in heaven. You don't want to be here for the tribulation. You don't want to be here for the Antichrist time, because he is going to rip you apart because you knew this. And so get your life together. Jesus is coming back for us September 23rd. And I woke up. But the sense of urgency, and then in the dream, I was also telling them that they have this amount of days. I believe I was telling them you have 11 days left. And, or whatever I was telling them, like it was a short amount of time that we had, like we had few days left, and it was urgent. It was telling them, and I was yelling, I was crying, I was pleading with them, and I woke up from the dream. And that's when I knew that it's time for me to share the message. It was time for me to let people know. So I'm telling you guys, Jesus Christ is coming back for us. September 23rd, 2025. And I believe the reason why Brother Joshua was giving 2 different dates was because time zones are different. When it's like September 23rd here, I believe New Zealand will be September 24th. And so the Lord, even though it's going to happen one time, the time zones will be different. And so us being in America right now is going to be September 23rd. And in the dream, I was telling them that he's coming back for us Tuesday, September 23rd. And there's one thing too that I wanted to share. My birthday is actually September 16, 2020. My birthday is September 16th, right? So in my closet, while I was praying and everything about this, I heard that I will see you a week after your birthday. My mind was blown because I did not know that my birthday is exactly a week. My birthday is September 16th, and that is exactly a week after that. Exactly a week after that, on Tuesday, September 23rd, is the Feast of Trumpets. So when I heard that, I was like, oh my gosh. Actually, it was like, I will see you a week from your